But GT certainly had great concepts, but poor execution. But one of those great concepts, and clearly by the popularity of it, is SS4. So many people love this form. It was one of the most unique designs to ever come, I think, out of the Dragon Ball franchise. And to see that after decades, because yeah, when did this thing drop? Back in 1996 it was. So we're talking 29 years, 28 to 29 years, almost 3 decades. Man, we get this form, and even Toriyama couldn't help but make it a part of the continuity. But a big huge shout out goes to Akio Yoku, who of course was Toriyama's right hand man. He's the one that looked up and saw what the fans wanted and knew that SS4 was popular despite how many people disliked it, and he was the one that sort of encouraged Toriyama to go ahead and make this a part of the series and everything and stuff like that. Shout out also I want to give to Geekdom 101, who definitely has been the real deal with his sources out there. He hinted at SS4, Goku and everything and stuff like that, sort of saying that he's not going to say anything, but he kind of said without saying anything, like, I won't say anything, but just watch. He never spoiled it, but he's like, just watch. And man, I think a lot of us though kind of figured that this is the direction they're going to go. Interesting choice here that with this SS4 form, it does not turn him into an adult, and I think that plays a much bigger reason as we continue towards the end of the episode here. But yeah, this is just phenomenal moment. Really enjoyed it, just absolutely. But I will say I think I like the story better behind SS4 and GT. Obviously it's just fan service here, but when it comes to the fighting, that's right, ladies and gentlemen. Just as you see, they're like, as they were wanting, like, what else? Like, even I love that even Baby Dente's like, ooh. And Dr. Rensu's like, oh, like, everyone's shocked of it. He's like, oh, I can't believe it. And Piccolo's like, what powerful key. But what I was going to say is here, when I think it comes to the fighting for SS4 here, man, I got to be honest, as Goku's checking out his big giant hands right there, I think this had to be, and you see Neva right there basically looking and just Goku checking his tail out, realizing Goma right there, basically, getting a little nervous. I love the shot here. Goku look at his tail and he looks over at Goma on point, on business. Like, Goku, I'm not even going to try and figure out what this form is. I'm not even going to try and figure out how I got this power. All I know is that I need this power now, which I think is kind of what it was back in GT as well. He was telling Pan he couldn't figure out what this power was right now and how it works. He knew he's looking, they were trying to make him SS4, but what does it do? He's like, I know it's needed now to defeat baby. And right there, awesome shot. I had to use the thumbnail for this one, and this is really good.
Watch the full video by clicking under my handle.